Incogni versus DeleteMe. Both claim to be among the best identity theft protection tools out there, promising to wipe your data off the internet and leave data brokers in the dust. But only one of them does it without wasting your time or money. Looking at the facts, this wasn't a hard choice for me, so let me break down what I found out. Both services claim to remove the same kinds of data: your name, addresses, phone numbers, emails, job history, family members, basically all the stuff data brokers use to profile you. First off, let's talk about what Incogni and DeleteMe have in common. With both tools, the data removal process is automated to varying degrees. Since your data is likely to end up in the same databases over and over again, both Incogni and DeleteMe are ongoing subscription services because they need to continually scan for new data exposures. And with either tool, you'll be protected from not only having your data collected and sold, but also from having it leaked and used by threat actors for things like identity theft or targeted phishing attacks. Because the less of your data floating around the internet, the fewer chances malicious actors have to get their hands on it. That said, I also noticed some major differences in how these providers handle data removal and how much hassle each can save you. If you've been on the hunt for the best data broker removal service for a while now, then hopefully this breakdown helps you make a smarter choice. And if that quick rundown already gave you the creeps about your privacy, no need to wait any longer. Check out the link in the description for my personal discounts for these providers. Now let's start actually comparing these tools. One of the main differences between these two best data broker removal services is how many data brokers they cover. And at first glance, DeleteMe looks like the big player here, boasting coverage for over 800 data brokers. But as it turns out, the devil's in the details. Once I looked closer, I realized that most of DeleteMe's brokers come with conditions. A lot require manual requests from you. Others are only accessible on the most expensive plan, VIP or business tiers. So if you'll end up using DeleteMe's standard individual plan, you're only going to get automated removals from around 88 brokers, at least according to the list on their website. But that's only about 10% of the giant number they use in their marketing. Meanwhile, Incogni's cheapest plan includes automated requests to over 420 brokers, with no manual labor or hidden upgrades. And they're not skipping out on the major players. Out of DeleteMe's 88 automated brokers, 49 are also covered by Incogni, plus around 370 more. So with Incogni, you're getting broader, cleaner, and more reliable reach, even with the cheapest plan. Now, attention to detail is important to me, so I appreciate that Incogni values it just as much. Their full broker list is public and categorized by data types and sensitivity levels, and they even include direct links to every listed broker. Sadly, I wasn't able to get the same level of transparency from DeleteMe. So yeah, at this point in our DeleteMe versus Incogni comparison, a gap between them is already starting to form. However, there is one area that DeleteMe does have an edge, and that's custom requests. Let's say you're wondering how to delete your data from internet, and you want to target a specific shady site, one that's not on the provider list. DeleteMe lets you do that, even on their most basic plan, offering around 40 custom takedowns per year. Incogni, by contrast, only unlocks unlimited custom requests on its more expensive unlimited plan. So if your goal is ultra-targeted takedowns and you don't care about full automation, DeleteMe might just work for you. Personally, I'm not trying to micromanage data removals. That's a full-time job. I prefer something that works fast, automatically, and doesn't cost a fortune. If you want a deeper dive into how Incogni handles automation, check out my full Incogni review. And if you're interested in a separate DeleteMe review, drop a comment below and let me know. But now let's talk about ease of use. Both Incogni and DeleteMe have web-based apps, and honestly, I had no trouble using either one. Everything's easy to understand with no steep learning curves. And I really appreciate the dark mode look of DeleteMe's UI. It's just really nice and easy on the eyes. On the other hand, I really like how Incogni visually highlights data according to how sensitive it is. These color-coded tags show which brokers have things like financial, health, or biometric data. And this makes it super clear where the real risks are. And if anything ever goes sideways, Incogni has 24/7 support, while DeleteMe doesn't. So yeah, after comparing the features, support, pricing, and actual usability, I think the winner here is pretty clear. If you're serious about privacy and looking for the best identity theft protection without the hassle, Incogni is the smarter choice. It has broader coverage and full automation. However, if you want to micromanage your data removal and target very specific sites, check out DeleteMe, because that's their specialty. Stay sharp online, and I'll see you in the next video.